Hey people! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Morning here in the UK, coming up to 8 AM on a Saturday morning. And we're here at the Nurburgring. Of course we are. Where else would we be at 8 AM on a Saturday morning? So we're here once again to try the TCR class here at the Nurburgring Endurance Championship. Now this can be a mixed bag, of course. We 2 rounds ago we had the Meatball Flag of Shame. We had to wear that. Still managed to come away with positive iRacing. Then last time we went out, we won the race. But that was maybe because a lot of the other competitors just took themselves out, especially at the start of the race. We don't know what we're going to get here, but one thing that has happened since those races is we've gained a bit of iRating, and so this is making me feel like maybe we'll sneak into top split, which means obviously all bets are off. Survival is the key. Last time out we had 1,500 teams, only 1,300 so far have signed up to this. So I think there's not as many sign-ups, which means fewer people means more likely to be in a top split. But we'll see. Another element is the weather. So you can see the car on track right now, and it's dry. However, this is a rare dry session for this race this week. The weather forecast said it was going to be raining before the start, and so every other practice session I've been in for this has had a wet track to begin with. That dries throughout the session. Trying to find out the point at which you need to switch to slicks. It's been tricky. Obviously, the laps around here take 8 or 9 minutes, depending on how wet it is. And so you can't just nip in the pits when the time suits you. You've got to wait another 8 or 9 minutes before you come around again. But anyway, we could do all that, and then it might end up being the case that the track is dry anyway. Let's be showboating there a bit for you. Look, don't worry, I didn't even get an off track for that. How about that? But we'll see what happens. We'll just roll with the punches. We'll get into the session. What will be, will be. Don't know what split we're going to be in, so we'll try and figure that out as well. Like I say, if we're top split, then it's just about trying to survive. Hello, Stevie G. Good to have you along, mate. Thanks for coming along. Let's make this a bit more palatable for you. There you go. If we're in second split, then we've got a good chance of a decent result. If it's dry, then we've learnt some lessons from last time about strategy and about fuel saving. That could really help. That might make a difference. If it's wet, again, all those bets are off anyway. We heard during the week, or yesterday I heard, that the BOP for the Nurburgring 24 next weekend has been released, and all of the TCRs will have smaller fuel tanks, which will drastically change the fuel strategy for that race, but also for NEC races, these races after that. So this is round 3 of this championship. From round 4 onwards, and there are 10 rounds this year, round 4 onwards, the tank is 15% smaller, and that effectively equates to a whole lap around here. So there we go. But we're just waiting for this session to open now. It's gone 8 o'clock. We'll be put into our session in just a moment. So it's a good chance we're going to be in top split. In which case, we'll just try and survive, try and hang on. 1,320 teams, so definitely less than last time. And I think the wet weather in practice leading up to this might have had a bit of a say in that. I think people are less likely to race when they know there's a good chance of it being wet. We see that in other series as well. So not a surprise if it's a lower turnout. But like I say, lower turnout potentially could mean that we end up in top split. But thanks for coming along anyway, especially if you are here live. Do give the video or live stream a like if you can. If you watch it back during the week, I really appreciate you doing that as well. And leave your comments. So as I'm driving around today, if you're watching live, then I'll try and respond to you in real time. And then if you're watching back, please do still give a comment. Let me know if you've watched the whole race. I know some of you do actually watch the whole 4-hour race back, so that's fantastic. So we're heading into the session now. So there's a warm-up for this, which is about 7 minutes long. We'll have used a couple of minutes of that just getting into the session. So we can use that to try and figure out if this is going to be wets or dries. I imagine it'll be wet weather tyres because it should have rained before the start, but we'll keep an eye on the weather anyway. So even if it's not raining, the track will still have plenty of water on it. See, Mitchell left a message there. You see on the YouTube chat, Mitchell Pizzanti. He left that a few days ago. So that's my former colleague. It's good to see him popping up. Hopefully he can join the race, but he is based in Michigan. So he's probably very asleep right now. Right, there's rain falling. There is rain falling. Another band of rain about to come across. Track is currently lightly wet, so definitely wet weather tyres for this. No, I don't want that one. I want my setups. Garage. My setups. I've done a wet version of the quali, which, to be honest, is just the same quali but with wet weather tyres. Because if it's wet, I don't think a little tweak to the settings will make that much difference. What I might do actually, I might actually give myself another click of rear wing for the wet weather. I'll give myself a few clicks of rear wing. I'll save that. Hello, Chris. How you doing, mate? Good morning. Thanks for coming along. Right, that's my wet weather quality setup then.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 17 Celsius.
Never known it's so cold. Right. So okay. So we're surrounded by 3K iRacing drivers, all in Audi, all in Audi. There's no 9K guys here, even in the GT3. So this might well be second split. And in fact, I can see a BMW as 1.2K up there. That guy in the white BMW, Uri. So this is probably second split then. In one sense, a bit of a shame it was wet. I think we did all right last time. Second split in the dry.
Your exit's clear. Stay behind the white line.
And we still have a different frame of mind. I'm not too worried about where we qualify because in these conditions, a lot of it's just guesswork, really, about how hard you can push.
Okay, Damo, it's starting to drizzle.
Is it now? As you can imagine, my my eyes will be on stalks during the race. This first laps of the race. There's bound to be carnage in other classes. This rain is also going to mean my FPS suffers a bit as well. Hopefully that won't ruin the experience for you guys. Yeah, we had some good pace run here in the dry. So, a dry race would have been good. Oh, that's an off track, okay. Basically exploring parts of the track you don't normally explore when it's dry.
5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
So Julian there's another 1.2k driver. I think this is the bottom split for the BMWs then.
Yellow flag.
Person's pointing in the wrong direction. So good chance of damage in this race, good chance of a meatball, getting a Meatball Flag of Shame, whether that's because of my mistake or we get collected in someone else's or who knows what. Oh, he's off behind. So I'd like to be able to take it nice and slow in this weather, but that doesn't mean you don't get collected by other people. So we are car number 10, but that is our Falcon's car number. I won't read too much into that. Interesting that everybody here is in an Audi. Well, everyone that I can see, the top 8, you'll see on the side of your screen there, in the purple. Oh, actually, yeah, and there's a person in front of me on the track who's in a Hyundai, or Hyundai. We'll be doing 2 laps in quali. We won't have time to do 3 in these conditions. Oh, we might do, but it's not worth it because What I would like to do is go for a toilet break at the end of quali, because then we've got 4 hours of driving. So I will only do 2 hours of quali, 2 laps of quali. Yeah, once again, thanks everyone for coming along on a Saturday morning. I hope you had a good Friday. Looking forward to a nice weekend now. Try and avoid those barriers. In quali, obviously that would invalidate the lap. In the race, I'll take that with no damage. That is giving us damage. Let's see if we can catch this one. No, we're all bent. We're all bent.
We'll need to pit for repairs.
There's the meatball flag. I don't mind that. I don't mind that in practice. We are going to continue just for the next 2 minutes.
2 minutes to go.
You can see that my steering wheel is pointing in completely the wrong direction, but I just... the more practice we can get in a damaged car, the better we're going to be in the race if we have a damaged car. Oh, whereabouts is IMSA? Where is it this time? No, this car's very damaged. This is a bit pointless, to be honest, Damien. Let's get out of everyone's way. Oh, is it Nord's? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh yeah, look at my front wheel. Yeah, that wheel's not supposed to look like that. Looks like I'm about to go and do some burnouts at Halford's with some neons under my car. Right, let's have a look at the weather, shall we? What's coming? Info. Yes, this band of rain is what's coming over us now. So 100% chance of rain now. Then it will ease off. It looks like the chance of rain is dropping, but not down to 0. So still a bit of drizzle. It might be wet the whole race. Was dry though. Yeah, that's one bonus, isn't it? Oh my god, this race in the wet. If it's wet the whole race, I think we do get a fast repair. 1. So if we get a meatball, if we just get 1, we might still do all right. But anyway, I'm going to turn you guys around. I'm about to head out for quali, so I'm not going to look at chat. I'm going to concentrate, get a couple of laps in, and then pop for a bathroom break. Chat amongst yourselves. I am going to pop another couple of clicks on my rear wing, actually. Right, wish me luck. If it's a wet race, which it looks like it's likely to be, it'll also be completely different on fuel. So we won't need to be fuel saving, we'll be naturally fuel saving anyway, so this is going to be a 2-stop race. We'd have had to work to make it a 2-stop race if we were in the dry. Now don't be too alarmed if my qualifying is about 10 or 20 seconds a lap off the pace, off the leader's pace. Not worried about that. Turn my wipers off because it's not actually raining right now. Massive puddles there.
Okay, Damo. No more rain.
Okay, the weather report is still showing us about 20% chance of rain as the race begins. Woohoo! There'll definitely be a good chance people get off tracks on their qualifying attempts. We just hope we're not one of them. The caps are showing that everyone's on wet weather tyres, so that's a relief. We haven't got any people who are risking it on the dries. Every corner is a chance to die here. You guys have never known me so quiet, have you? Whew. Right, the weather is dropping the percentage of chance of rain. Sorry, the percentage chance of rain as we go into the race, but there's still some out there. It looks like the track's probably still going to be wet. Further complicates things with fuels and tyres and that sort of thing if we have to change from wets to slicks at some point. The Nurburgring Endurance Championship really needs a race like this. If it was dry every week, wouldn't really be accurate, I don't think, would it? Well, no TCRs have put a time in yet, so this is going to put us on pole for the time being.
Pole position. You've only got enough fuel for this lap. That last lap was a 9:35.1 seconds. The leader has just done a 9:28.3.
So we're 7 seconds off his pace. I'm not worried if I'm 10, 20 seconds off the pace. I just want to get the laps in. Yeah, someone behind us is 20 seconds behind us. Then a 9:55. So only Use Me Chin is the guy, as the team that's gone quickest so far. And I think that might be Zach Wood, because that's who we were racing at the end of the last race. And it's a bit of a fuel save strategy. Clearly got some great pace in the wet then. Sun's coming out now.
Alright, Damo, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
I managed to find a little bit of time. Pushing hard to do it. You can probably tell by how much I'm having to work. Caught a puddle there.
Coming to the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap.
It always tells me that round there on quali. I always ignore him. Jeez, Damo. Looks like the track's getting quicker and quicker, but I won't have enough fuel for another lap. So we're stuck with this time. We're not going to have time to reset the car and get out again. It's 10.5 minutes to go. Let's try and bank this lap anyway. But I think we're going to drop quite a few spots because it feels like the track is getting better and better anyway.
Okay, Damo, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Yeah, there's no way we can get reset, get down to the start finish line and complete a lap. So that's us. That's all we had.
That puts you 4.8, quicker than second. That lap time was 9.
We'll see what else comes in. But whilst all that's happening, I will I'll pop and have a loo break.
The leader has just done a 9:23.2.
Oh, only used me chin. It's just beating me by 3 tenths. So it's going to be close. Get out the car.
Take your time, start it back up and get back in the race.
I don't know what setup I'm going to use until I see what the race weather's going to be like. But I'll leave the qualifying results up for you while I just I pop for a bathroom break, and I'll see you guys in a few moments.
The guy behind has just done a 9:25.3 seconds. The track temperature is increasing. It's now 18 Celsius. Okay, Damo, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes.
Hey everybody!
The leader's just done a 9:21.
Oh, so someone else has put a lap in. Yeah, Zach Wood has actually just dropped me a message saying best of luck again. I've just said, same to you, dude. Great strategic battle last time. So Zach, yes. Zach was one chasing us down at the end when we were fuel saving. Ah, hello, Nick. Polly, yeah, it was wet, mate. Fail Forces put a 9:21 in, so yeah, I think the track was getting better and better, but I only put 2 laps of fuel in. Because, well, for a start, I knew I was going to need the toilet. Let's turn your chat around so I can actually see what's going on. I thought it was 23 degrees in here and the sun's beating down on the 4X Annex, so we will put the aircon on. So apologies if you hear background noise. That shouldn't be so bad when I'm actually driving and the car makes noises.
That's the end of the session. P3.
How long's left? Oh, a couple of seconds. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait and see what the now that the session is live, I'll see what the info says. 0% chance of rain, ramping up in about a couple of hours time up to 21%. The track is very lightly wet. I am going to start on wets. I'm not going to risk it. I want to stay as safe as I can. So I'm going to put my 9-lap setup on and crank up the wing. So the wing will stick with us unless we change it in the pit stops, which will cost time. So we'll just leave it with higher wing, wet tyres. I suspected this was going to be the case. It was going to start very lightly wet, so it's in between wet and dry. So I've cranked the rear wing setting up to +1 degree when it was on -1.5 degrees. And I think we might still be P3 on the grid. Results. Yeah, we're P3 on the grid, so we're directly behind Failforce, who've got pole. They managed to get another lap in. Only 2 people, according to my caps, are starting on dries. Galicia, who's directly behind me, great. And Christian Varela in P8.
Seconds.
So Francisco Patana, who's behind me, is a B 2.0 license guy. He's starting on slicks. We have a fast repair. We'll try and avoid using that.
The track temp is 17 Celsius. The
yeah,
temp
all
is
of the fuel
19.
strategies and everything go out the window when it's like
We
this.
should be strong today. Aim to finish in the top 2. You've got cold tyres. We need to get some heat into them.
Looks like some puddles. Oh, where did you spot that on the replay? Oh, there's some puddles there. Of course, Nick is joining me for the Vipers attempt at the Nurburgring 24 next week. As is John Davey and Doug Vickers. So we're putting a team together. I won't be doing a lot of that. I'll do what I can, but I'm busy that weekend, so I'm just going to have to get the ball rolling and then hand it over to those guys. John himself is racing in this race at the 6 PM British summertime slot, so this evening, the next one. Oh, okay. Right, so, long race, try and avoid the Meatball Flag of Shame, but the chances are we will wear it at some point. I see actually 3 people have got dry tyres on. There's a Twitch streamer here that's in P6, so that's directly behind the guy behind me. Has gone for dries as well. So they're going to try and just hang on. We'll probably do a couple of laps and then we'll come in. So, yeah. When we come in, obviously we'll want to put dry tyres on by the looks of things. What we could really do with it is with it starting to rain a little bit in 5 minutes. And there's only a 2% chance of that happening in the next half an hour. I'm going to stop the radar looping. So I have got the weather radar. You can't see it because it's on the screen. I didn't want to clutter you up too much. But whenever you click stop the loop, it's still, next time you load up, it continues to do it. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. Right, I'm going to ignore your chat. Hello, Andy. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you along. We're about to start. It's a wet track. We are on wets, but there's no rain, so it will dry up at some point. P3 in class.
All right, Damo. Stay calm. Focus. Go.
Put our wipers on because we can get some spray to begin with. Wake it up with Damo. Okay, so the guy directly behind us is on slick tyres. He's on slick tyres. Let's hope he's not a hero.
Yellow flag, the start's alright, let's build on it.
Four-hour race this. We're not going to try and do anything dodgy. We've just got to get used to the car, get used to these conditions. If the two guys in front pull away, that's fine.
Mercedes Arena.
Frame rate's dropped to 40 round there.
The next car is Wood.
Porsche struggling. I imagine that Porsche's on dry tyres. So the guys on slicks have dropped back, so the guy behind me now
The gap to E2 ahead is now 0.6.
is 4 seconds back, 5 seconds back. Julian on wet tyres. I'm just going to try and beat the track here rather than anyone else.
Savage Schmitz curve. Yellow flag.
Remember, everyone behind us qualified slower than us in wet conditions. Yeah, I think so, Nick. I think so. Definitely going to regret it if he's in a barrier. Might have been worth the risk if it was a sprint race and you might have been able to save yourself a pit stop, but I don't know. Some people had to try something. Hello Ian, mate. It definitely is, buddy. No heroics here, we're just trying to get round.
P2 ahead is increasing. It's now 1.5.
Came in now.
Slippy surface flags out.
One of the most treacherous parts of the track is coming up. The compression.
There's an incident in Metzgersfeld. There's an incident in Kallenhard. Yellow flag. There's an incident in Spiegelkurve.
Someone on the left there. He's towed, he's blown his engine.
Yellow flag. The gap to P4 behind is now 2.4.
He's flying up behind me. Cayman's backed off. Nice one. Kind of needed that to happen. Right, one of the slick guys has towed.
The gap in front is now 2.4.
GT4 off to the right there.
The gap ahead is now 1.9.
Yeah, but I've got a couple of cars between us. Mercedes read the room there nicely. So the leader's rocketed away because we're getting mixed up with these other classes.
Slippery surface flag, be careful.
This is what the Nurburgring 24 is likely to be like though with these GT4s. The split that we're in is probably going to be a lower split as well, so the GT4 pace is going to be slower than this.
The gap to Wood ahead is increasing. It's now 2.1 seconds.
They'll probably get me down to Dottinger now, but I'm having to use a little bit of throttle around every corner because you just can't keep the weight on the back tyres. Because I've still not got any confidence in the grip at the back. Only one person's towed in the TCRs so far. Guy behind his slick tyres is only 6 seconds back. He's only 6 seconds back. Could well be a good decision then because he's not going to need to waste time changing tyres if he can make it work.
incident in Mercedes Arena.
Don't see anything. I might be able to stop these wipers now. It's a bit better.
The gap to P2 ahead is now 3.2.
Expect light rain soon. Oh, that'll be good. That'll be good. But then my weather radar's saying 2% and there's nothing on the... There's no band of rain coming in. Right, we'll ignore that. We'll just concentrate on the apexes and exits. It's easy for your muscle memory to kick in when you take your eye off the ball, and we don't want that because the muscle memory is set for dry weather.
The gap to Wood in front is now 2.4. Red yellow flag, watch for debris on the track.
Well done, Zach. Good move on the Porsche there. Took that opportunity well. For those of you just joining, Zach in the yellow Audi up there, he's the guy that was chasing us down at the end of the last round when we were fuel saving. We managed to get around without needing to pit, and he had to pit. But it was a nice challenge at the end. That message that came up, it's now a dry session. I don't think it is enough for slicks just yet. I'm sure there's guys making it work.
The gap to P2 ahead is increasing. It's now 2.7 seconds.
Gotta be decisive, Nick. Don't want to do anything half-hearted. You either commit or you don't. And if you don't, bad things happen.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 19 Celsius.
So Francisco behind is only 10 seconds back now. He's got heat in his tyres. He might well be making them work.
Okay, Damo, you're reeling P2 in. The gap is now 2.4 seconds.
Morning, Roy. Good to see you, mate. We're on a drying track here at the Nords. We're on lap 2 of a 4-hour race. And the track's just been declared dry. I'm on wet tyres, of course, as are most people. But the dry runners, those that gambled on dries, seem to be doing okay now. I will always err on the side of caution, so even if Zach comes in and gets dry tyres, I'll probably stay out and do another lap. There's potential for rain in the air, but it's only 2%, so I'm not worried about that. Cheers, Roy.
The gap to Wood ahead is now 2.0.
Rain is close, it says. Is it, though? Car's feeling quite good on these wet tyres on this track.
Got debris on the track. They're showing the red-yellow flag.
There's puddles around there that I wouldn't want to be on slicks through there. Would not want to be on slicks through there. I'm on the Audi RS3 Gen 2, mate. Just like the yellow one in front of me, but mine's in the Falcons livery, blue and gold. Right, now I have got extra rear wing popped on this car, so that Audi may be quicker than mine in a straight line. And he's also got a very good toe off Luke.
Okay, Damo, stay close. Wait for him to make a mistake.
Yes, mate, they're a lot faster, and that's why we're battling with GT4s around here. I'd definitely recommend giving it a go, Andy. They're a lot quicker than they were. But they can bite on cold tyres. Got to be careful of the oversteer on cold tyres.
Yellow flag, watch out, there's an incident in Aukarken.
Where? Can't see anything.
Slippery surface flag. Coming up on a slower class car. Track temperature's rising. It's now 22 Celsius. Stay close. Keep the pressure on.
Mercedes did not want Zach coming through, did he? Alright, so far this is now lap 3. So far, so good. Working with Zach here on 0x. Paul's 6 seconds ahead. Still no rain on the radar. Zach's pushing nicely there. He's got confidence in his car.
The gap to Wood ahead is now 1.2.
He's actually dropped me.
Slippy surface flags out.
He's pushing a little bit too hard through there. He doesn't need to do that. We're catching up to Paul. But the fastest guy at the moment, by far, is, well, the guy's on slick tyres. So if it doesn't rain, they're well in. Unless we can make it all the way to a fuel stop on these tyres. Which we might be able to. Right, I need someone to do some maths for me. Does anyone fancy doing some maths? I can make this car do 10 laps in the dry. Lap time's about 9 minutes. So that, surely, that's an hour and a half per stint, right? Just under an hour and a half per stint. So I can get to the hour mark on these tyres and pit for slicks. I could still just run a 2-stop strategy. But we're only halfway through this stint.
You're reeling Wood in the gaps now.
So I'd have to be able to fight off the slick tyre guys. Despite the track getting drier every lap. Oh, sorry, Roy, that was a bit long. I just noticed you'd done a long message there. Hopefully the chat is helping you out with that, mate.
Faster car approaching. They're racing us for position. Don't expect any blue flags.
You can almost hear Zach saying, "Go on then, go on." No, I think I figured it out. I think I can make 10 laps work in this car. And so I wanted to know how long remaining in the race I'd need to have. And I worked out, basically, if I've got 3 hours left, I could do 1.5 hour stints. The trouble is, also, there might be a case where we have to do about another 10 minutes because of where the GT3 leader is. So I'm not sure that's going to be an option. I was going to try and make these tyres last until an hour into the race, but I think it would have to be more like an hour and 10 into the race, which is going to be really tricky if they start to burn up. We just need a bit of rain, really, just to keep these the slick tyre guys behind us at bay. Oh, it's a 1x. God damn it.
We've been warned about track limits.
Means this lap won't count towards my delta. Yeah, so he's only 5 seconds behind me now, the slick guy. Slicks are definitely the tar to be on now.
Slippery surface flag.
I think around this section though, it's just still so risky. Still so risky. There's another 1x there.
We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Damo.
Seven seconds. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pit.
Wood ahead is increasing. It's now 0.9.
I'm gonna have to pit. We'll fill up the tank while we're there. Strategy we'll have to figure out later in the race. So we're gonna go for dry tyres. There's no rain on the horizon. No need for an auto, a fast repair. Oh no, it's now saying 23% chance of rain. And it gets up to 55%, but that's in an hour's time. Well, it's just guesswork at this point, guys. It's just guesswork.
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
There's my man. Haven't passed him, have we? 10, okay.
100 meters. 50 meters.
Right, so we're getting dry tyres.
Front left, 87%.
And we are auto-fueling to
rear,
fill up.
96.
This is going to knock us back a few positions, but hopefully we can catch, you know, Zach. If we'd have stayed out, we'd have been basically doing what Zach's doing. Wait for these tyres, come on. Come on. Oh, we're wasting time because of the tyres. Come on.
The track temperature's decreasing.
Oh my god.
It's now 19 Celsius.
I should have done another lap. We've wasted way more than 7 seconds.
It takes it is clear.
Right, now my tyres are really cold.
Your tyres are cold, watch out.
And it's wet.
Okay, Damo, the next car is Cameron, and their rating is 2.9.
Yeah, this is the transition point, isn't it? It's just if it starts raining again, we're a bit ruined.
There's a faster car approaching.
coming, he's coming.
P10 is closing in. The gap is now 18 seconds.
These cold tyres are hard at the best of times, let alone on a damp track. Right, so Luke here is on slick, so he should pull away from me.
P9. Alright Damo, you're reeling P8 in. The gap is 16 seconds.
You still don't have to worry about fuel at all, because we'll easily be able to make this on another two stints, 2 stops even. You're reeling Cameron in. The gap is 10 seconds. Just caught the curb on the inside there, did me no favours. Sort of having to learn where the grip is though. Right, so Cameron's on wet tyres ahead, he's 8 seconds. Oh, he's slowing right down. As he damaged himself. 6 seconds. He must be trying to drag his way back to the pits or something. Or he just popped out of the carousel. Alright, track temp's now 20 degrees. This water's got to burn off. I'll have a look at the radar when we get down to Dottinger. So this time, Ian, if you're watching, the talk isn't all about tyres, it's about rain. I suppose that does mean tyres as well, really. Right, this is the treacherous part of the track. So I'm just going to take it a little bit steady around here. Rather lose a second going steady than lose 3 or 4 minutes in the pits. I got through it. Bit annoyed with myself for getting those off tracks. But never mind. I'm hoping to come out of this race back up at a 4.99.
The leader, Seifert, is pitting. Alright, Damo, you're reeling. Cameron in. The gap is now 2.6 seconds. They're slower than us into Edwigshire. Francisco, car number 16, is now in the lead.
Yep, the guy with slicks, he gambled on slicks, he's now leading. Respect to him. Kudos to that guy. Too far back there to get a toe. So what's going on radar? 23% chance of rain. But we've got blue skies up ahead. We've got nothing on the radar.
The leader is now on primaries.
Good chance this guy's going to pit. Yep, he's going to pit. I'm on a 5080. I can't remember the exact specs of it off the top of my head while I'm racing, but I think it's in the description of my videos. Alright, so that guy behind is now going to be on cold tyres. He was leading the race.
Now on primaries.
The leader's coming up on us, they're not our fight. That actually is our fight.
We'd be warned about track limits.
So we're in front of the leader and he's now got to go through that cold tyre stage.
The guy in front is Stefan, and their rating is 3.2.
So not everyone's pitted yet for dries. Not sure where Zach is either. And of course the leader is the guy who started off on slicks, so he's well in. He's laughing.
The gap to Seifert behind is increasing. It's now 5.0.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I can't control what other people are doing, I've just got to get to the finish line as quickly as I can, really. So that's sort of what I'm doing. This looks like it's probably on a wet tyre, this Cayman, if he's just been overtaken by that Mercedes so easily. Yeah, this guy's on wets.
to the surface flag. Careful.
Okay, Roy. Yes, mate. Yes, Andy. Just to answer you, yeah, it's more obvious when you're in a car that shows its tyre temps. But yeah, to try and keep your tyres cool, you're definitely better off looking for the wet patches. But of course, now I'm on slicks. I don't want cold tyres.
The gap behind is now 5.9 seconds.
Right, the leader of the GT4s is towed. Another 1X there.
Pay attention to track
Yeah,
limits.
just sort of
Please,
having to figure out where the track limits are.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 22 Celsius.
Yeah, Andy, wow. So Stephen in front on wet tyres is 12 seconds ahead. We might even get him before the end of the lap, but surely he's got to be pitting. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Still puddles out there, guys. Still puddles out there. It's lost me a lot of time. So Paul's just 4.5 seconds back now because of that. Right, I'm going to focus. Don't really want Paul catching me up.
Seifert is gaining on you. The gap's now 4.0. The track temperature is increasing. It's now 24 Celsius. You're reeling Stefan in. The gap's now 3.2. He's pretty slow into Arenberg.
Alright, so Paul's right up with us now. 2 seconds behind. He's now going to get a bit of a toe off Stephen as well. Hello, Jim. How you doing, fella? Oh, this has been a bit of a lottery, this one, mate. Changeable weather. We managed to qualify P3. Started on wets.
Okay,
Some people gambled on slicks. One of them crashed. The other two
car ahead is pitting.
carried on. And they're the ones at the front now, the guys who started on slicks. Oh, okay, so someone's towed. Not sure what position he was in. So the car number 88.
P3. Car is now on primaries. Incident in
Someone's
Mercedes
off.
Arena.
It's actually a Mercedes as well. Whoa! Yeah, patch of water there.
Gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Still water about, guys, on the curbs. Some parts of the track are greasy and you can't see it. But yeah, Paul was definitely catching us. Because of the rain at the start, I whacked a load of rear wing on the car as well, so I'm going to be slow in a straight line.
The gap behind is now 1.3. Slippery surface flag, be careful.
Right, 1.2 ahead at the moment. Let's see if he gains down this bit, because this is flat out. Not really. The Delta's going haywire because it's recording my time against the lap I did on wets a few laps ago. Not done a quick clean lap on dries yet, I don't think.
Cut the track. Keep it
I'm
nice
gonna
and
have to let him
Please,
past.
Demo. Come on, don't let him get away.
Yeah, that was inevitable. At some point he was going to get past me. Put pressure on him, he might make a mistake. If we can stay with him.
The guy ahead is Seifert, and their rating is 3.2. They're showing the slippery surface flag.
Yeah. It was a pit stop. Sorry, mate. I was third. I'm fourth now. So this guy was in front of me. He was the one leading the race at the start. The guy who's now leading the race has been on slicks since the start, so he will pit before us lot. But then JC Racing, how about that, Jim? JC Racing is currently in P2. They stopped on that last lap, I believe. So I don't know if they're behind us or in front of us, to be honest. They're probably still in front of us, but I'm not sure. I don't know, actually, because they would have been behind us before I pitted, and then I've been on slicks since then. But maybe I am in front of JC. JC are behind. Cheers, Nick. Oh, okay. So that's P2 in front of me now, then. And then P1 is the guy who started on slicks, so hasn't actually got a full tank of fuel. Oh, okay. Thanks, Nick. Brilliant. Oh, he's the leader has got an F. He's got an F. I think he's got a meatball. I think the leader might have a meatball. Now, there is a fast repair in this series, so if he can get to the pits, he might be alright.
P2 in front is now 1.2.
Not sure I can catch Paul, you know. He's quick. He's in the same car as me. Doesn't say we won't try. I mean, this was the gap, 1.2, that he was behind me when I made my mistake. If he makes a mistake, then we'll swap around again.
The gap to P2 ahead is now 1.2 seconds.
Oh, he's made a mistake there, look. I bet he's swearing. Oh, Paul. But he's gutted. See, just throw that in my face. Right, let's see what we're like in a straight line. Like I say, I have got more wing on than I would ideally like. So I don't think we're going to just pass him. No, the toe is just keeping us in touch, look. We haven't got the straight line speed. We could change it in the pit stops, of course. But if we did, it would cost us time. Right, let's see if we can stay with him, and if we drive within ourselves, then he will possibly make mistakes.
Francisco is pitting. Seifert, car number 069, is leading the race. Nice one, Dame. You're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus.
Oh, thank you.
B2. Red, yellow flag. There's debris out there. The leader is now on wets.
What? Are you sure? Oh, so Galicia's come out the pits and put wet tyres on. I don't think they were concentrating. Oh, they're still in the pit. So have they put wet tyres on? Oh dear. They go for another gamble. They're gambling it is going to rain again.
The gap to V1 in front is now 0.5.
Well, all sorts of gambling going on here. We do not condone. Get up at his grill. I want him to think I'm a bit of a madman, but I won't do anything silly. So if he's listening in, it's all for nothing. I doubt he's watching this while he's racing. But I do like to make myself a bit of a humbug behind people. The thing is, if I knew I was quicker than him down the Dottinger, I would literally sit here for the next 3 hours behind him. That would be my plan. And then get him on the last lap, but I can't do that because I'm not faster than him. So the plan is to try and make him make a mistake that puts him in a barrier.
There's got to be a chance here. Keep harrying him. They're slow into MFoS.
Yeah, that's because I crashed. So that's the only reason I was quicker than him into MFoS last lap. I don't think that's a legit overtaking strategy, Jim. I've got no idea where we are in relation to other people. We're a 1-2, and then there's a few GT4s behind us. Oh, there's rain. There is rain. I can see a little bit of rain on my radar. Okay. That's going to complicate matters, guys. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right, he's pulling away from me now. Got to settle down, and he.
Red and yellow flag for debris.
Follow them off there. It didn't give me third gear when I clicked it. So only use me chin. Looks like he's only about 11 seconds behind.
Seifert ahead is now 1.6 seconds.
Yeah, 11.6 back to Zach now. We did stop before him, so we will have to stop again before him. But I don't mind that if it's going to rain. That might that might work out well. Come on, Mercedes, move, move, move. Ah, come on.
Gap to Cypher ahead is increasing. It's now 2.5 seconds.
I lost a lot of time behind that Merc there. Oh well. Long races, same for everybody. Comes and goes, don't it? Some you win, some you lose. At least we didn't crash.
Red yellow flag, there's debris on the track.
Right, I might get a bit of a tow here then. Before he disappears and hassles. What's his name? Paul. Paul.
Gap to Cypher ahead is now 2.5 seconds.
Alright, real talk now, guys. 2.5 seconds he's ahead of me. He's quicker than me, I think. I think he's going to disappear. Zach Wood is probably the person we're fighting with. Unless Paul in front happens to have a teammate who ain't all that. Oh, that's a good question, Jim. That'll be the Toyota, and that's, off the top of my head, I can't remember. May? I think it's in May, so it's not too far away. Oh, I think that was actually a clean lap. Thank God for that. Done one. Yes, it is. Yes. That's the NEC race I'm going to miss. There are 10 rounds this season, but there's still only 2 drop rounds, so that's one of the ones I'll have to miss. I might try and do all the other 9 in this series, and then obviously I'll just drop my lowest score, which at the moment is round 1, but I imagine there'll be a worse round than that.
The gap to P1 ahead is increasing. It's now 2.9.
Right, 5 laps to go, so about 45 minutes until we pit, and hopefully we'll have a good idea then about whether it's going to be raining.
Okay, Damo, you're reeling. Seifert in. The gap is 2.5.
The next GT4 behind is 2.3 behind, and I think I'm keeping that fairly stable through the lap. Got to give me room, mate.
Via Siphon. The gap to Seifert in front is now 3.0.
I think that might have been on me. Just needed to do something, and there was a gap there. June. Alright, cheers, Chris. Yeah, alright, bounced off curb. I've got to watch those off tracks.
Track limits, watch those lines.
That was rubbish. Oh no. That was rubbish.
Okay, Damo, we've gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Well, lucky not to get wheel damage there.
The gap to Seifert ahead is now 4.4 seconds.
Right, I need to concentrate because I'm thinking still about that incident. Nothing I can do about it now. Nothing I can do about it. Gotta just concentrate on the apexes and exits. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously on me. It wasn't deliberate. I thought that gap was there and he was leaving it for me. Then he turned in, I had to hit the curb.
You've got half your fuel left.
Hey ho. Right. What are we doing now? Who's in front of us? Still Paul, 4 seconds ahead. Overall, though, that was a rubbish lap, that. Lap time-wise.
The gap in front is now 4.1 seconds.
He's flashing me, but he's not anywhere near me.
You've got about 4 laps of fuel left.
Oh, I'm stuck behind this one now. To be fair though, coming around here on the GP loop, they do get a bit of a lead before we get to the chicane. Hopefully that BMW knows I'm coming through as well.
The gap to P1 ahead is increasing. It's now 6.1 seconds.
Losing so much time, look, 2 seconds down on my Delta. Nothing you can do though, because he then disappears. Oh, Galicia is towing again. The ones that gambled on the wet tyres. Don't turn in, mate, don't turn in. I didn't touch him, I didn't touch him. That one I definitely didn't touch. He just couldn't go too wide there.
Is now 7.2.
Yeah, he made a few weird decisions there. Right, looks like this patch of rain that's coming in isn't very big. Yeah, that's what I'd have done in this position, Jim. You'd have then had my toe. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I think in a 4-hour race, the most important thing is that extra 1/10 of a second they might lose by giving up a car length. Zach's just 7 seconds behind us now. At least this Cayman's pulled away somewhat.
Carousel.
Who was it? Who was it? It's not Seifert.
The gap to Wood behind is now 7.3.
No, it's one of the Beamers.
About you, mate.
Yeah, Seifert's past him.
Style striker. We think it might be Schmid.
I think this BMW might be damaged. Gave him a flash as I was coming past there just to say I'm sending it. But he's the one that had problems at carousel, so I reckon he's damaged. He's letting me through. Well, Seifert's completely gone now. 11 seconds up the road. Zach's only 7 seconds back.
The gap to Wood behind is now 6.9.
So that GT4's just pitted. So that will put us in front of all of the GT4s then, because P1 and the GT4 was also in the pits.
3 laps of fuel remaining.
Right, as things stand, we're going to stick with slick tyres. Because there is a band of rain coming, but it looks like there is a bit of a gap in it. That might actually mean it straddles the Nurburgring. Doesn't actually come across it. Or it might be a case of half the ring is in wet and half is in dry. Right, Motorsports Factory is now pitting. weird white flash there as we went through the puddle. Yeah, so Motorsports Factory is pitting. Oh, that might be a 1/8. No, just got away with that. I use my window wiper. If you see just above the rev lights on the dashboard, there's a part of the window wiper that sticks out. I use that as a bit of a guide to make sure that that doesn't go over the curb when I go through that chicane, because it can be an off track if it goes too far over the curb. Let's use that as my reference on that chicane at the end of the GP loop. But they're still in the pits, Motorsport Factory. I think they're going to be losing some spots there. Mind you,
getting closer. The gap's now 6.1.
The team behind them is has been in there, been towing for 9 minutes. So not sure how many people are still going, to be honest. Could it be that it's just 4 cars still going? If anyone watching along happens to know in this split whether it's just 4 TCRs still going. I think it's more than that. I can see P8 and P9 on my track map. I'm moving around the track.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 22 Celsius.
Next GT4's 2.5 seconds behind. I want to try and keep him behind me if I can. Because we've seen we can lose a lot of time when stuck behind one. Just by the nature of the to and fro in it being quick in different parts of the circuit. So even if he is quicker on lap time, I will lose some time at the start of the lap or wherever when he gets past us. Zach is really coming quick though. I'm not even halfway through this race yet though, still over 2.5 hours to go. Just trying to stay in a good position for when this rain comes. If it comes. So Motorsports Factory have got back out of the pits.
The gap behind is now 4.8.
There you go, JC, just lifting off the throttle a little bit before we got to the corner. Let's hope this guy's quick. See if we can stick with him. Might get a toe down a Dottinger if we can through the twisty bit. Stick with him through the twisty bits. But he is the race leader. And of course the GT4s are slightly quicker than the TCRs with the right people behind the wheel. So if he's the quickest one, he's probably going to pull away. Yeah, I'm not going to quite get a toe off him. There's a BMW just ahead that's going to make things complicated as well. 9 cars running, are they? Okay. Yeah, I see people have come out of the pits and everything now. Okay. Big old gaps between people though.
Gap to Wood behind is now 3.4
Apart from between
seconds.
me and Zach. And that's the closest battle, is the guy hunting me down.
Only 2 more laps of fuel. There's an incident in Mercedes Arena.
I was aware of that, Jim. That could have been fun. Yeah, this is quite a calm race as well. When I'm in battles and it's like 20 or 30 higher than this, that can be fun. Yeah, that's right, Jim. Good job I went to the toilet before the start of the race, innit? Right, Zach's only a couple of seconds behind now. He's bringing a GT3 along with him. First GT3 we will have seen.
Being caught by the faster class. Blue flag. Blue flag.
Right, he's about 10 seconds in the lead of his class. chance of rain keeps dropping. I've got my tyres set to be slick tyres, so I think that's what we'll stick with.
Slippery surface flag.
Yeah, he's pushing hard. I can see him in my mirrors, but I can't control him, so I'll just do what I need to do.
Incident in Griddelbacher Höhe. It looks like Martin. Okay, Damo. There's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag.
It's all good.
Wood is reeling you in. The gap's now 1.4 seconds.
No damage. Just slow. Just slow. And so I changed the setup on this because of the rain. And it's dry. That might be helpful. Oh, someone's towing. P4 is towing. That's interesting. So that'll be a big old gap behind Zach now then. Again, we're not even halfway through the race. Stuff's going to happen to all of us. Now, I should be doing 223, 224 up this bit, and I'm only doing 218. That rear wing. It's killing me. Because if Zach gets in front of me, or when Zach gets in front of me, I might be able to stay with him down the twisty bits and then use his toe to stay with him on the straights.
P2. Slower car ahead. It's their class leader. The driver in front is reckless.
Oh, great. He's leading his class, so surely... Where's he going? Oh, he nearly hit Zach there. Why was he being so weird? Oh, he's a 1K driver. D license. That might help explain it. Yeah, that could have turned out very differently, couldn't it? That's what I mean about a lot can happen in 2 hours. To us or to anyone else.
Flag.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, controller. Yeah. That's the thing about this Nurburgring Endurance Championship. It's a tricky old championship, especially these conditions, but you can do it on a D
Let this
license.
guy distract you.
And if you go into BMW, it seems there are only 2 splits by the looks of it. I'm pretty sure this is split 2 for the event, and there'll be 20 odd splits, but they're using up all the BMW M2s in the top 2 splits. Alright, here comes Zach.
Blue flag. There's a faster car bearing down on you. He's the class leader. P3, this is the last lap of fuel.
Okay.
The driver in front of us is Wood.
So we're going to get a full tank of fuel again when we come in. For the 3rd stint of 4. Still puddles there, look. Looks like the band of rain that's coming has got a bit of a gap in it. But if it does come, it'll go either side of the Nurburgring. So we'll definitely go in for slicks. And if it rains, we'll just have to cope. So the chance of rain's now gone up to 37%. So it's still not even up to 50% yet.
There's a faster car approaching. They're on our lap, so there'll be no blue flag.
Oh, it's the rain. We have got some rain. Psychological rain, I think that's what they call this, isn't it? I'm considering P4 is still towing. It looks like it's a 3-horse race and I'm 3rd. But this band of rain will pass, so I am going to stick with slicks when we come in at the end of this lap. It's water wet. I'm feeling quite dry sat here, so probably not. Paul does have a teammate, 3.8k, okay.
Spots of drizzle now.
Are you spotted that, have you, Jim?
The gap in front is now 2.0.
Okay, 9 remaining. Okay.
Martin is now on wets.
Oh, so a couple of people have gone on to wets. I think this band of rain's going to pass quite quickly, though. I'm going to stick with slicks. I may be crazy. Shame I haven't got enough fuel to do another couple of laps.
Celsius. The car behind's a faster class. Blue
It's
flag.
just dry here. Dry around this bit. It's a 666 car, so every round of this done so far we've been passed by the 666. The guy who was P4 just come out of the box. New driver, right. What, JC Racing? Oh, the Motorsports Factory, right. And they're on wets, it says on my caps.
The gap to Wood ahead is increasing. It's now 2.5. Blue flag. Alright, Damo, there's a faster car approaching.
Oh no, no you don't. Oh my god. Have we got away with that? Got wheel damage, that's okay.
We've been called into the pits by the stewards for repairs.
We'll make it round to the pits, I'm sure. And get our fast repair. We'll also fuel up while we're there. There's the meatball flag anyway.
In this lap, box this lap.
We're going to be boxing this lap anyway, so just take our fast repair. We're losing a lot of time, obviously, because of damage. No, Andy, we're still going, mate. So we've got a fast repair. Alright, yeah, cheers. Thanks for popping in, Jim. Hopefully you can catch the end of the race at some point, even if it's not live. See how I end up finishing. But we are using our fast repair now. And we're going to stay with slicks. We're going to fill the fuel tank.
Slippy surface flag.
Bit of rain.
Slower class car ahead. This guy's got a bad reputation. Watch yourself.
Did he let me past or not? I think he was. Right, so we've got the fast repair ticked. We are
Wood ahead is increasing. It's now 9.2
adding
seconds.
85 litres of fuel, which is the maximum. And we are getting dry tyres. May turn out to be crazy, but we'll risk it.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 17 Celsius.
BMW is holding firm.
There's a faster class car behind. Approach your speed limit in the pits. Box in 350 metres.
That was an okay sort of stint. It wasn't brilliant. We're going to have very cold tyres on a damp track now, which is nice.
100 metres. 50 metres. Front left, 60%. Rear right,
Yeah, if I quickly
90.
do edit UI and then drag that over there, that's what we can see. Look, that's it coming over. That's it coming over. But it's not a big band. Not a big band of rain. What will be, will be. Just trying to keep out the barriers. That was obviously a big mistake on that lap. Lucky to get away with it, but we have used our fast repair up now, halfway through the race. Well, not even quite halfway through the race.
Take care, there's a car approaching. Alright Damo, there's a faster car approaching. Blue flag. Red yellow flag, watch for debris on the track.
Thing is, these tyres take so long to change. It's not like Formula 1 where you just lose a few seconds. You'd lose a good minute just changing tyres. So, hence why I've gone for slicks. When I was doing testing, the transition to when you're on wets to come back to dries was when you were 10 seconds down at the compression. It looks like we're going to be less than 10 seconds down on our delta as we get to the compression, which is at the bottom of this hill. So I think on balance, slicks still are just about the right thing. It's just right now these slicks are cold and we need heat in them. So I'm having to play it very gently. I think on wet tyres I'd have been about 3 seconds behind where I am now.
Open on lap 19 and it should close on lap 21. We have no recorded pit timings. Don't expect reliable fuel estimates.
How do you have no pit times? I do this race all the time. I go into practice sessions all the time. We've done 3 pit stops so far this race. What more do you want from me, Jim?
Red yellow flag, debris on the track. There's a faster car approaching.
Okay. Alright, we're halfway through this band of rain according to the weather report now. So what's that about? 5 or 10 minutes to go, maybe, till it stops. Still flat through those bits. It feels like we're getting heat into the tyres now. Right, it's the leader of the BMWs, who we fear may be on a controller.
The leader, Seifert, is pitting.
Right, what's he going to go for? Is he going to go for wets? I hope he does, because I think that's the wrong choice.
Wood, car number 18, is now leading.
Zach stayed out. He did have another lap of fuel over Seifert. No slippery track flag there, but I could see the gravel in the carousel, so I took it a bit easier. The guy behind me got caught out in the GT4. But it'd be nice to have a flag. Right. Well, we've managed to survive a lap so far. The radar loop looks like probably only about 2 or 3 minutes until this band of rain's gone. I think the leaders are out of the pits now and they're all on slicks still. Oh, someone's towing in P7. And I think they were towing earlier, so they've probably not got a fast repair. So it's this part of the circuit that will finish the rain first, because the rain's coming from this side. So hopefully next time we come round on the next lap, it will be dry here. Well, there won't be rain, just puddles.
We've got debris on the track. They're showing the red-yellow flag.
Another person spinning in front of us. Lots of people having off tracks, are there, Nick?
There's an incident in Hatzenbach-Bogen. It looks like it's Kramer.
So I think Kramer is in a TCR because he's purple. He's on an outlap.
Incident in Hatzenbach. It looks like it's Kramer.
Is that 3.8k guy? Wonder if something's happened to him. Anyway, we can't affect that.
The car behind is pitting.
Is he damaged, Nick? Do you know? Oh, Jesus. It's getting wetter before it gets drier, that's for sure. Guess it was around here that he crashed because there's no grip. If they're on cold tyres as well after pitting. Cheers, Nick. You're a legend. He's 20 seconds ahead, is Kramer.
The car is now on wets.
Someone's put wets on.
Okay, Damo, the next car is Kramer.
.5 seconds. I'm inching up towards him. But I'm not going to push. I'm not going to push. Okay. Yes, put Zach into P1. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, Kramer's now maintaining the gap ahead of me. Oh, dear. Anyone who's been go-karting with slick tyres in the rain knows it's obviously a really treacherous thing. They're struggling, aren't they? Okay, mate. The closest I've got to a real car on ball tyres on a wet track was actually filming in Cornwall a video with a Tonic R, which is like a Cornwall's version of a Caterham. So if you ever look for Tonic, T-O-N-I-Q, the Tonic R. No, it wasn't a Tonic R, it was a Tonic CB. Tonic CB 220, 220 horsepower in a Caterham style car. And we were doing some filming on an airfield. And basically I was teaching a couple of little influencers how to get around a slalom course. But the car wasn't. The car was too grippy. So we sent the guys. We said to the guys who had the company, the car company, have you got any like dodgy old tyres that we could put on the back? And like, yeah. So they went and got some that were just like absolutely shot to bits. And we did filming, and it was a bit more lively at the rear end, so that was all good. But as we were then finishing up, the airfield had to close, so they closed, and the people from the car company had to go as well. So they said, "Oh, just bring the car back to the factory when you're done with it, and just park it outside the factory." Oh no. That's going to have to be a tow.
There's damage.
And I had to then drive it back because we don't have any other tyres.
Stewards have called
here we go. Right, Meatball Flag of Shame.
Left front 96%, left rear 99.
Slick tyres, wet track. It's always going to be tricky. But towing for the time being. Right, we'll see what the damage is when we get back. While we're here, we might as well refuel. I'm still going to keep slick tyres that I've already got on. I don't think I want new ones. But we will fuel. Oh, it said 10 minutes, did it? Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, tricky old race, this one, with the old weather. I'll show you what the weather looks like now. So this is the weather map, and you see that we're now past, technically, past what the weather band is. And we're down here at the moment, on this little appendix bit. And it's still, rain is still falling from the sky, so that weather map's not perfect. Right, 2 hours to go. We're halfway through the race. Oh, fail force. Where are they? So they're now in P2, aren't they? Let's have a look. Oops. So which one? Hello, Joe. Have a look. Have a look. The left rear seems to be sticking in. Right. Oh, yeah. It doesn't look right, does it? I don't think they'll have a meatball or anything. Have a look on board, see how it seems on board. Big lifts there. But that's just because the weather. Oh, he's fighting it. It's hard to know whether he's struggling because of the damage or just because it's so wet.
The leader, Wood, is pitting.
The Zach's coming in. What's he doing then? Zach's pitting.
No more rain.
It's just said no more rain. Oh, it's missed his
Cameron
pit
is
box.
now on wets.
I'm gonna flash. I'm gonna message him as well and say bloody weather. So he's gone out again on slicks, as you'd expect. Yeah, just his normal stop. I think this is going to put us down to P7, looks of things. It is 10 minutes of required repairs. Oh, but we're still towing as well. That would have put us at the end of the... we'll see. All right, Nick. Yeah, we'll keep you posted. Not a lot to watch right now, to be honest with you, mate. At the end of the day, this is just another practice, really, for next weekend, isn't it? So, all good practice. see what these repairs are when we finish towing. I'm not looping. Right, that's now dropped us a couple of spots. Well, we're below Motorsports Factory now, and we haven't even started our repairs yet. But they're still on wet. Oh, they went out on wets. Yeah, okay. So surely they're going to have to stop soon, aren't they? They stopped on lap 8. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. Required repairs 10 minutes. Right, okie dokie. Well, feel free to come back in 10 minutes, guys. I'm just going to go have a bathroom break. So I'm going to stick my BRB on, and we'll go out again in 10 minutes' time. Right, see you guys in a bit.
Car behind is pitting. Car is now on primaries. Martin is now on primaries.
Hello, people. Thanks for waiting. Get rid of that BRB. But the rain has stopped. There's a GT3 on top of us. Let's see where we are when we get back. I'm guessing we've lost quite a lot of positions there. Basically, lost more than a lap. There's 10 minutes of repairs. Obviously, that's a whole lap. But we'll see. We'll see what happens when we come out. We'll get out and actually have a look at the damage to the car. We didn't have a proper look at the damage to the car, did we?
The track temp's increasing. It's now 19 Celsius.
Yeah, didn't look like loads. Oh, I suppose we're a few minutes into it now. There's that front that we're front left where the problem was. We'll rewind that then quickly. I don't seem to be doing much in the way of repairs. Oh, okay, so that was a big old chunk of something happening there. Oh, but then that's me towing, isn't it, at that point? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Still got 2.5 minutes. Someone else is towing now as well. So who's towing now? Deport Paco in P8 is towing. Still stuff's going to happen. We're going to go out on this again, and the tyres are going to be cold again. I might as well get those. Then they'll stop doing the repairs if I put the tyres on. Okay, well, ignore that.
The track temperature's rising. It's now 22 Celsius.
Getting warm again. Is there some rain on the... no. So it looks like between now for the next hour... Got an hour and 40. We can see ahead an hour on the radar. There shouldn't be any more rain. Just a 5% chance. A minute left of the required repairs. We might as well take the optionals as well. I don't want
Cameron is now on primaries.
to drive out of here and it's a bit of a pain. Oh, really? Ah, well. I think at this point, doing a splash. Might as well do the splash. But then also, I suppose Nick would be risking it with people coming in, where the GT3 leaders can be. Hey, good to have you back, Chris. Yeah, no, I just binned it, mate. Simple as that. Slick tyres on a rainy track, a couple of laps in. There's only so many times I could push my luck like that without it biting me, so it bit me. Right, cars in P8 and P9 appear to be in the pits as well. So we might get out ahead of them in P7. Right, repairs are finished up, but we'll take the optionals. Because, yeah, P8 and P9 behind look like they are in the pits. Alright, we've just lost the place to JC Racing. I think that's them putting us a lap down.
Exit looks clear.
Right, cold tyres, heavy car.
Demo, there's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag.
The odd little puddle about, but it actually looks fairly dry. And the sun is out. So I think the puddles that are here are just the ones that were here earlier. Right, oh. So this is still an hour and a half race. Where lots can happen.
Stefan in front is pitting.
There's actually a rubbered in line that I can see now. Yeah, our only realistic chance of getting positions now is people towing where they haven't got a fast
Track
repair
temperature
left.
is increasing. It's now 24 Celsius.
Right, so VTS, who are P6, have pitted, but that looks like that was just a normal stop for them, so they're well ahead of us still. Well, the track feels fast now. Just gotta try and get some clean laps in now. Get back into a rhythm, see where we are. It's definitely dry now, Andy. Getting green delta's going to be a bit easier now. Yeah, so we were in the pits for 17 minutes 15. 8 and 9, P8 and 9 are still in the pits. So I don't know if that means I'm the last guy still running. If they're... Well, they might continue, mightn't they? Yeah, that current P3 just at an 8:38, so it's definitely pacing the track now. Yeah, so the car's actually feeling quite good. I think on the next lap, probably end up being the quickest lap that we've done in this race.
Seventh position.
At least that's confirmed we are still in P7. But we are 7 minutes 48 behind the next person. Extended test session now, really, isn't it? So going up to a BMW. into who's on my lap. Oh, it's a 1x. Okay. That's not going to be the fastest lap
Just
then.
had a warning for cutting the track. Slow car ahead. This guy's racing us for position. He won't get a blue flag. Be careful here. The guy in front's not known for playing fair. Blue flag. Red and yellow flag for debris.
Could have been sketchy.
Past the car behind. Blue flag.
Took my tile, my eye off the screen to look at chat there.
We have damage.
I got oil damage. Let's see if it gives us a meatball again. I think my focus just isn't here because, of course, we know we're so far behind everyone else. Carry on, but if I get a meatball, then I think that'll be the end of the race for me. I won't bother repairing it again. Yeah, see, look, the car's quite good anyway. Yeah, I think this is us done, guys.
Between the lines, please, Damo.
got more wheel damage.
We'll need to come in for
Yeah, there we go. It's another
They've shown
meatball.
us the meatball
I think that'll
flag.
do us then, guys. I'm not gonna dwell on it too much. We're just gonna get it back to the pits rather than towing. Just tick off this lap. See how much the repairs would have been, but I think my focus had completely gone by that point, knowing that I was a lap down basically on the next person. Nothing to fight for. Yeah, never mind it.
Flag.
But good experience in mixed weather with different sorts of tyres on, different slicks, wets, and wet and dry conditions. Really valuable experience if it does rain during the
There's a faster
N24.
car approaching. Blue flag.
What I am going to do after this, I'm going to jump out of this and we'll actually have a quick go in the Civic. So for those of you who are on my Discord, you'll see the results of this race. I will post them when the race is done, which is an hour and 20 odd minutes away, plus the final lap. It's about an hour and a half until we know the results of this race. So we're going to abandon it there. It looks like the fact that P8 and P9 are both still towing, they have probably given up. But I'm just going to cross the start-finish line to tick off that lap, and then I will tow. That will then give me yet another lap. Just to fend those guys off in case they do come back out. But we'll have a go in the Civic on the setup that John's produced, just to get used to that. So that's what we'll be doing next week.
Blue flag.
Right, Yuri's just 10 seconds behind, so I don't want to just abandon it where he's going to hit me. If I park off the track over here and then tow, that'll then get me round to do another lap. Right, okay, so we're going to skip out of that. That's that one done. I think I'll have a quick look at P8, P9, make sure they're not still going anyway. So Christian Ferrello, 17 laps down, is not there. Galicia is not there. Cameron Garrity is still there, so they could come out. Deportes Paco is not there. Let's have a look. So Cameron Garrity is in car number 21. So he's still got a meatball. So he might come out. And if so, that could potentially... He's got to make up 3 laps. I'm not sure if that includes my tow lap. Probably does. So he's got to make up 3 laps on us when he's repaired, when he's got rid of his meatball. So he could do that. So that might put us down to P8. But I think P7 is... We're either going to be P7 or P8. Makes not a lot of difference. So we'll quit that there. We'll save what we've done so far. And we'll have a go in this Civic. Only for like 20 minutes or so, just to get used to it. So eyes forward in the sense of looking towards the Nurburgring 24.
Okay, Damo. Pit window open. Wood, car number 18, is now in the lead.
Good to know. Thank you, Jim. Right, so we'll withdraw from that race. I think it's going to be P7 or P8. Will be a slight loss in I rating, probably a little bit loss of safety rating as well. But never mind. Let's look forward to the Nurburgring 24. Now I did hear rumours that it had opened. Ah, here we go. So if we select the Honda, practice is open. Only one, with an hour and a half to go. We'll register as the Vipers. Give that a go. Hello, John. Hello, John. Yeah, we got a couple of meatballs in that one. The weather was horrible. It's worth watching back if you're going to do the race later. We were doing all right until I just spinned it a couple of times. So, hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half to go. I thought I'll leave it there. We're going to be P7 or P8 in class. Nothing else we could do. Excuse me. So I thought I was going to have a quick go in the Civic around the Nurburgring 24 layout. But good to have you along, John. Anyway, and good luck for your race later. The mixed weather is a bit of a pain. As a driver, as a viewer, I can imagine it's quite exciting. But we're just going to have a go in the Civic, get used to that now, on your setup. I'm not sure if this is going to be a dry session or wet session. There's only one practice session available for the 24-hour. So we'll have to take what we can get. But yeah, all good practice. That race was actually really good. Got to get a feel for what a TCR, not necessarily the one that we're going to use, but a TCR on the different tyres in different conditions. That was really helpful. And I don't think we're going to be doing any worse than P8. We're probably going to be P7, but we might be P8 if that other guy gets out. So this one looks like it's dry. Dry, cool. So get the setup on from John, I think it's N24 2026 John Test 002. I think that's the one we're using, isn't it? It doesn't matter if you say good afternoon or morning, mate. I know that you exist on different time zones to us. Right, let's head out and get used to this.
The pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
Right, so there's no automatic speed limit.
Pit exit's clear. Push.
In this series. Oh, one thing I do notice is that I can't see the shift lights. They're too low and my steering rim blocks them. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, Andy, but I'm not too worried, mate. I'm not too worried. We've got too much iRating at the moment anyway, so...
Red yellow flag. There's debris out there.
Yeah, so the fuel level obviously takes into account the 85% rule because it's only given me 70 odd litres. That's interesting. There might be some confused people come along, so to anyone who's new, that we see pop up in chat, chat, if you could just let them know that we're actually doing a test session now. And there's only one session available, so if anyone else wants to come and join, this one's still open for an hour and a half. I won't be here for all of that because if I'm not racing, I might as well go and do some jobs. I just wanted to get a bit of a feel for the Civic. I switched to all-time best lap because I did set a lap time at some point. Gearing is definitely different in this car compared to the Audi. Oh, that counts as an off track there apparently.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 32 Celsius.
Oh, still quite warm, 32 degrees.
Just done a 9:01.1 seconds.
9 minutes for the leader. Yeah, the thing that's striking me most, John, is the gear ratios are so different. They're a lot closer than in the Audi. But that's quite good, I think, because there's a few places around the back end of the circuit, around Flansgart and Fipperman, that sort of thing, where I was between third and fourth gear in the Audi, but I think leaving a this in fourth around those bits will probably work. Right, so along here, so that's fifth. So in the Audi I wasn't using sixth. Yeah, the Audi was going into sixth at 220k's, this is going into sixth at 210k. We're still hitting 220, same as the Audi was, but we're in sixth gear. That's interesting. Little deep there because, weirdly, I went for the brake and caught the shoelace of my right foot, which has never happened before. Yeah, these track temperatures are a lot hotter than what we were just driving on. Yeah, see, I'll be shifting between third and fourth round here in the other car. Not sure if it needs third there, probably not. Yeah, maybe it still needs third through some of those bits, I'm not sure. Yeah, definitely going for 6th gear sooner there than I was in the Audi. It'd be around here in the Audi. Someone else has done a 905. So our best ever was an 855, but that was on much colder temperatures than this. 32 degrees, quite high really. We have got a benchmark there from a Honda, from a 3.2k driver who's done a 901, so we'll see if we can dip below 9 minutes on this next lap. Obviously still got quite a lot of fuel in the tank.
Debris on the track. They're showing the red-yellow flag.
More debris on the track. Yeah, we'll see, John. Are you talking about the one we just did, Andy? Because that was on a different layout. That was the VLN layout, which is a bit shorter. Different Grand Prix loop section. Yeah, this was a bit longer. Oh yeah, it tricks some people who are used to one layout and then they join the other one and go wrong at turn 1. Alright, we've got a GT3 to accompany on this lap. So I was trying to change down gear there and it wasn't having it because it wasn't ready.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, 10 years.
Slippery surface flag, careful.
Feels like we're headed for less than 9 minutes for this lap. Yes, John. Are you going to do some nighttime running as well? I think the stints that I'm down to do don't need any nighttime running, I don't think, but... I'm not sure what Nick's got in store for when everyone else is in the car. I will do a couple in the dark, will I? Me or John? Oh, John, okay. I don't mind either way, I'm sort of... don't really notice that much, as long as your headlights are working, I kind of... some way, I kind of prefer the dark, because you can see the GT3s coming behind you better. In the day, especially if it's foggy, you struggle to see GT3s coming behind. Oh, okay, John. Nick. Gotcha. No, I did want third there. I did want third. And this one. Oh, a 5.8k driver's also done a 901. So we're about 50 seconds off the pace of the GT3s, a few seconds less the P Cup. So, as there are no GT3s currently been 50 seconds behind me, I should get a clean lap next lap. I'll do one more lap then. That should be under 9 minutes, that first one anyway. We'll switch to session best lap. That was an 8:58.
Your quickest overall.
Oh, that's good to know, John. Right, so the delta is now against that lap we just did.
Red yellow flag, there's debris out there.
8:54 coming up, yeah, alright, yeah. Need to drop this track temp down quite a lot, I think. I've got an off track there. That turns in a bit more positively than the Audi there.
You've got the track.
Which I wasn't expecting. And caught the curb on the inside. Yes, this lap won't count. I'll still put a time in though, so still the time will register in the session, but it won't actually count. Yeah, no, it's because I know it doesn't count now. I'm taking the piss. I think I've got to call it a day there, guys. I think, yeah, not much to learn on a dry track, to be honest. Let's go flat out for it here, see what happens. That's what happens. Right, I'm going to call it a day there, guys. Thanks ever so much for joining me for the race earlier. It was good fun.
Left 85%, rear left 95%.
Shame it ended as it did, but the paintwork looks really flat. I'm not sure why that is. I'll have a look at the spec map. I think maybe the base, the top coat is wrong. Anyway, I'm going to stop that there. But yeah, thanks again for people that have come along. I really appreciate you coming along to join me on a Saturday morning when there's other things that you could be doing. So keep an eye out during the week for more racing from me, Nick, John, Ian, all the usuals. If I don't manage to do a race during the week, don't worry, because the next thing you'll see will be the Nurburgring 24, and I'll be starting my part of that on Saturday morning, so much like the slot this morning, except I'll be playing it a bit more safe. I will be concentrating more it means a lot more, of course, when you have teammates. So look out for that. But until next time, guys, have a great week or weekend, whatever it is you're going to do. I'm going to see you on the next one. Catch you in a bit. Bye.